Good morning. Welcome to this week's Devotional and Diet, where I bring to you once a week a scripture where we correlate it with how we eat and how our diet can change. So join me as I eat my carnivore breakfast of bacon and eggs, and I talk to you for a few minutes about self-control. So there's a few scriptures in the Bible that talk about self-control, and one of them is the fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy, faith, meekness, gentleness, goodness. But then the last one is self-control or temperance. And then in 2 Peter, in chapter 1, it talks about adding to your faith, which is, he goes on and he says, add to your faith virtue, patience, and brotherly love. And then he does add self-control. Because if you think about it, if a person is not self-controlled in some areas, you can be self-controlled in some and not so much in others. But it really boils down to being selfish. And I was thinking about self-control yesterday because I had to stop into the store and pick up a few things. And if you're somebody like me who's really trying to change their eating habits, sometimes the store is not the best place to be. But I shared a couple weeks ago that the cravings that you have goes through waves. And so, you can go for a few days and you feel fine. The carnivore diet's doing good for you. You're not getting hit very hard with cravings, and then all of a sudden you do. And a couple weeks ago, I was hit really hard with cravings, and I gave in. But yesterday, while I was at the store, and I was, just went in there to pick up a few items. Oh, let's get, a box of cereal. Let's get some pudding. Let's, all the things that I used to get, it was like, hey, why not? And a lot of times when cravings hit me, I get really impulsive. Everything goes out the window. That's what I want. That's my focus. And yesterday, I was just thinking, that lie that says, it's okay, it's just going to be one time, or it's okay, you haven't had it in a while. Those things went through my mind, and so I started thinking, it made me stop and say, you know what, that is a lie. It's a lie that it's only going to be one time. Maybe I haven't had it in a while, but if I keep giving into those cravings, if I keep buying things at the spur of the moment, then my diet will never get better. I'll never lose the weight or become healthy like I desire to be. So I was just thinking about self-control. And so when you don't give into the cravings that obviously hit you from time to time, you're showing self-control. You're showing temperance. You're showing, that you're not going to give into the flesh. But as we don't give into the flesh, the Spirit, God's Spirit in you, grows and matures and strengthens. So every time you don't give into a craving, think about how, first of all, it's pleasing to God. Second, you're maturing and you're growing. And so self-control is very important, not only in your eating habits, but in your own temperament, your own character. But I know also that self-control can start with your eating habits, because if you have bad eating habits like I used to have, and I'm still trying to get better on, when you eat a lot of sugar and carbs, your blood sugar is like this. And when your blood sugar is like this, your temperament is also like this, right? We go through periods where we are quickly angry. We go through times that where we feel depressed. So having self-control over your eating habits also fixes a lot of other things that you might be struggling in. So if you're struggling with certain things, think about your diet. Think about the food that you eat. And I know, it doesn't have to be carnivore. I'm choosing carnivore because I've heard all my life that I need to eat vegetables, and I've never been a vegetable eater. And it's almost like discovering the carnivore diet. I'm like, hey, I don't have to eat vegetables. That's been a good thing that I haven't done, is I haven't been eating vegetables. So, but I also have chosen the carnivore diet because I have been a big meat eater. I've never been a vegetable eater, and it just is the right fit for me. My husband, he lost weight doing the ketovore diet, implementing more meat, but still would eat his salads and stuff. And so he lost about 30 pounds, and he's doing good. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hope that, that will give you something to think about and explain self-control a little bit better. So I hope you all have a good week. So enjoy your carnivore or whatever diet you're on.